Hello and welcome to Caretaker's Corner, where we discuss topics concerning caring for elderly parents, disabled spouses, and special needs adult children. My name is CJ, and thank you for joining me for today's topic, guilty feelings and negative self-talk. In the realm of caregiving, it is not uncommon for feelings of guilt and negative self-talk to creep in. The weight of responsibility, the constant demand for energy and patience, and the emotional toll it takes can often lead to these feelings. Whether you're caring for an aging parent, a disabled spouse, or an adult child with special needs, it's important to acknowledge that these feelings are a part of the journey. These feelings can cloud your judgment, affect your mental health, and even impact the quality of care you provide. It's therefore crucial to understand and address them. Empowering yourself with knowledge and strategies to deal with guilt and negative self-talk can make a world of difference in your caregiving journey. Understanding and addressing these feelings is critical to maintain a healthy mental state while providing care. First, let's delve into what these feelings of guilt and negative self-talk actually look like. Guilt is a complex emotion. It's that nagging feeling you get when you believe you've done something wrong or failed in some way. It's the weight that settles in your chest when you think you could have or should have done more. For caretakers, guilt can often surface as a sense of responsibility for the happiness and well-being of the person you're caring for, combined with the feeling that you're falling short. Now, negative self-talk is a bit like a nasty roommate living in your head. It's the voice that whispers, "You're not good enough, you're not doing enough," or even, "You're failing the person you care for." Negative self-talk is particularly insidious because it's not always loud and obvious. Sometimes it's a quiet undercurrent, subtly coloring your thoughts and feelings with a shade of self-doubt. These emotions can be particularly harmful because they erode your self-esteem and can lead to feelings of helplessness and depression. The nature of caretaking often involves high levels of stress and emotional exhaustion, making caretakers particularly susceptible to these feelings. Why is that, you ask? Well, caretaking is a role that often involves sacrifice, sacrificing your time, your energy, and sometimes even your own well-being. This constant giving without enough time for self-care and replenishment can create a perfect breeding ground for guilt and negative self-talk. Moreover, these emotions can create a vicious cycle. Guilt can lead to increased efforts to do more and be more, which can lead to burnout, which in turn can lead to more guilt. Similarly, negative self-talk can lead to decreased self-confidence, which can affect your ability to care for your loved ones, leading to more negative self-talk. It's clear that these emotions can have a significant impact on a caretaker's mental health, but what causes them? The reasons behind these feelings can be as varied as the caretakers themselves. Each caretaker's journey is unique, and so are the feelings of guilt and negative self-talk that may accompany it. Let's delve into some of the common causes. One significant source of guilt can be a sense of inadequacy. Caretakers often shoulder immense responsibilities, and it's not uncommon to feel as though you're falling short. You might think you're not doing enough, not doing it well, or not doing it right. This feeling could stem from a comparison with others, or an internal standard you've set for yourself. Stress is another major contributor to guilt and negative self-talk. The constant demands of caretaking can lead to physical exhaustion and emotional strain. When we're stressed, our minds can easily spiral into a loop of negative thoughts. We might start blaming ourselves for things beyond our control or feeling guilty for not being able to do more. Yeah, burnout is also a significant factor. Caretaking is a demanding role, and it can be easy to neglect our own needs in the process. When we're running on empty, we're more prone to feelings of guilt and negative self-talk. We might start to question our worth, our abilities, and our effectiveness as caretakers. Finally, societal expectations and pressure can also play a part. In many cultures, there's an expectation to care for our elders or disabled family members, but the reality of caretaking can be much more challenging than what society portrays. This disparity can lead to feelings of guilt for struggling with something that's supposed to be a labor of love. Identifying the root cause of these feelings can be the first step towards addressing them, but how can we do that? Recognizing these emotions in oneself can be a challenging but crucial task. Unraveling the layers of guilt and negative self-talk requires a keen eye and an open heart. Let's discuss some strategies that can aid us in identifying these feelings. First off, we have self-reflection. This is a powerful tool that can help us uncover our deepest feelings and fears. It's like holding up a mirror to our souls. It's about asking yourself hard questions and not shying away from the answers. Why am I feeling this way? What is the source of my guilt? Am I being too harsh on myself? And by confronting these questions, we can begin to see the patterns of guilt and negative self-talk emerge. Another strategy is journaling. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can be a therapeutic way to track your emotional state over time. It helps to make abstract feelings more tangible. If you see a recurring theme of guilt and self-criticism in your entries, it's a clear sign that these feelings are more than just fleeting emotions. Mindfulness is also a helpful practice. It's about being present in the moment, observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It's like being a quiet observer of your own mind. When guilt or negative self-talk arises, you'll be more likely to notice it. Lastly, seeking feedback from trusted others can provide a fresh perspective. Sometimes we're so caught up in our own heads that we fail to see the bigger picture. A close friend, a family member, or a professional counselor can offer insights that you might have missed. Remember, it's absolutely okay to feel what you're feeling. Guilt and negative self-talk are part of the human experience. But when they start to overwhelm you, it's important to take a step back and identify them for what they are. Once we've identified these feelings, the next step is to find ways to manage them. So remember, you're not alone in this journey. So finding effective ways to deal with these emotions can make a significant difference in a caretaker's mental health. As we traverse this journey of handling guilt and negative self-talk, it's crucial to focus on strategies that can help manage these feelings. One of the most effective ways to combat these emotions is through self-care. Now, self-care is not about being selfish or neglecting your responsibilities. Rather, it's about acknowledging that you too are essential and deserve care and attention. So, whether it's taking a few moments each day to read a book, going for a walk, or indulging in a hobby you love, make sure you're setting aside time for yourself. Another strategy is seeking support. It's easy to feel isolated and overwhelmed when you're taking care of someone else. But remember, it's okay to ask for help. Whether it's reaching out to friends, family, or joining a support group, sharing your feelings and experiences can bring a sense of relief and perspective. Lastly, let's talk about cognitive restructuring. This might sound complex, but it's essentially a method of changing the negative patterns of thinking that often accompany feelings of guilt. For instance, instead of thinking, I should be doing more, you might reframe that to, I am doing the best I can, and that is enough. It's about acknowledging that you're human and it's okay not to be perfect. Remember, it's perfectly normal to experience guilt and engage in negative self-talk as a caretaker, but it's also important to remember that these feelings don't define you or your ability to provide care. By using these strategies, caretakers can better manage their guilt and negative self-talk, improving their mental health and their ability to provide care. So, take a deep breath, remind yourself of your worth and the incredible job you're doing, and continue moving forward. You're not alone in this journey, and with the right tools, you can navigate these feelings and continue to provide the best care possible. We've covered a lot of ground today, discussing the nature, causes, identification, and management of guilt and negative self-talk among caretakers. Let's briefly recap. We've learned that guilt and negative self-talk can be insidious, often stemming from unrealistic expectations or a misplaced sense of responsibility. It's crucial to identify these harmful patterns, as they can significantly affect your mental health and ability to provide care. We've also explored various ways to manage these feelings, such as seeking professional help, practicing self-care, and being kind to oneself. Remember, it's not selfish to prioritize your well-being. You can't pour from an empty cup after all. Addressing these issues is not just beneficial for you, but also for those you care for. A happier, healthier you means better care for your loved ones. Thank you for having joined me for this video. If there are any topics you would like me to discuss, please leave them in the comments section. Also, remember to like, subscribe, and share this video. And have an awesome and blessed day.